what's something fun to talk about?
Boobs.
Would you adopt me? What just came out your mouth?
Literally where my brain went. Fucking zazzed.
Hi, gang.
Woo!
I don't know if that would be practical or not.
So today we have a very special guest with us. Say hi to Robyn! Woo!
Hi. This is our friend Robyn. She's cool.
She's great.
She's great.
So, Amber, do you want to do the honours of Give Me Your Brain?
Oh yeah, lads. Okay, so we're gonna do crushes, bad love stories, stupid, dodgy shit that we've done to impress people. Give me your brain, guys. What we thinking? What's the general?
I mean,
go.
This could be a 10-hour podcast. We could.
I feel like
My life alone.
Bad ones.
We have some doozies to get into.
Oh yeah. All right. So,
Vigorous nodding from everyone.
Aliyah, I'm looking at you because I know you have loads.
Oh, where do we begin? I mean, do we want to go down the creepy route?
Oh,
We can go down any route. Let's just not go, like, too traumatising.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so we're going to ignore the entire person from stage. So I'm just going to ignore that one.
I love how we have a
I've
list
had
and we're
many
checking
bad
them off.
crushes.
Okay.
I mean, did I tell you about the guy from primary school?
No, let's go on primary school crushes because that's like my favourite.
Oh.
Should we work our way up in age?
Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
Should I go first? Am I going first?
Aliyah, go.
Okay. So I really fancied this boy in primary school. He sat next to me. Whenever we got changed for PE, I was always a bit like about it because I was like really into him. You tell I was over-sexualized. So I was like really into this guy. We sat next to each other. We talk all the time. He complimented my acting skills once. So, you know, I thought we were like husband and wife. And so my friends were like really bigging me up. We were like, we really think he likes you. You know, you talk all the time. Tell him how you feel. So I was like, okay. So I was like, meet me behind one of the buildings. And he met me there. And I was like, I want to tell you, I really, really like you. And he went, I'm sorry, I thought you were a boy and I'm not gay. And I went home and told my mum I wanted to buy a skirt to prove that I was a girl.
Oh, hi.
So that's a rough start.
Wrong.
Who's next?
God.
Well, I have a whole story.
Oh god, go
So
on.
this
God.
spans many
Your
years
story's
and
always
many people, but it's funny. Shut up, phone. Okay, so this all starts in year 6. You know, prime age. You're like 12 maybe. Okay, so I was dating this girl called Joanna. It starts with the girl. So,
I was going to say, already
she
bad.
was one of my friends. She was one of my friends. And then she got me for Valentine's Day, which is one Valentine's Day I've done something. I went to her house and she got me Haribo Love Hearts.
Aww. That's really cute.
I really don't like Haribo Love Hearts.
Oh.
But you know, I was nice. And then we played Monopoly, which is, you know, not a great idea for a 12-year-old with anger issues. So I legitimately flipped the board. And that was about that relationship. But I was still dating this girl by the time of my end of year 6 prom kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like a little party. And then this other girl said she really liked me. And I went, no. Just as blunt as possible.
No.
No thanks.
I think I have feelings for you. No. No, you don't.
No.
No thanks.
No, dear.
No.
And then
love
went
heart.
into year 7. I had broken up with this girl. And now, I probably shouldn't say by name. No. So, I broke up with this girl. And I dating her friend, which is someone I'm still friends with now. We talked about it before the podcast. Anyway, so I got messages from their, like, friend in both being like, oh, you broke her heart, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool. And then I broke up with this girl after we went on a date. We went on, like, 3 dates. The first one, I fell over we were ice skating, I fell over, and I kicked her in the face with my ice skate and broke her braces, and she cried and had to go home. And then we went ice skating together, that's why we went again after that. I kind of blamed someone else on that. I said someone pushed me, because I was like, I didn't want to take the blame. And
so your relationship was built on lies?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it kind of was as well, because I was just like, yeah, so,
I mean, a lie that you were into women.
Then I had, during that relationship, the girl from year 6 messaged me telling me to break up with her best friend to go back out with her, and, like, started trying shit. So then, completely unrelated, I got on the bus with the girl I was dating at the time, and then she got off the bus stop before me, and I got off the bus, and I texted her in the time between my bus stop and her bus stop that I was breaking up with her over text. This is so bad. We laugh about it now. But she was in the back of her dad's car going to trampolining, and she started crying in the back of her dad's car because I'd broken up with her over text. And then I got text from the friend again being like, you broke my friend's heart. And I was like,
You asked.
ignore this person. Yeah, me and that girl are fine. We're still friends. It's all fine.
Is it bad that I have a similar thing? Is that quite bad?
I only know that she cried in the back of her dad's car because she told me, like, 3-4 years later. So that's anyway. But the reason I broke up with her is because one of these girls I was friends with at the time said if I didn't go out with her, she would kill herself. So I broke up with one of my friends to go out with this girl, and then this girl dumped me like a month later. And then I was like, hi guys, I'm gay. And
so you gave her the will to live for a month. She was like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, I kind of got recycled.
I drained all the happiness I can get from you. See you later.
That was fun though. And then in year 8, I was like, yeah, I'm gay. And then that was kind of it.
Oh wow, what a saga.
Imagine being in year 7 and one of your best friends being like, I'm going to kill myself if you don't go out with me. And then the entire, like, time being like, oh, I have a crush on this boy.
This needed, like, one good conversation with brutal honesty to fix it.
Oh my god.
So I was dating a girl in year 6 of primary school, and it just exploded. Like, this is an episode of EastEnders.
Literally. Why is it with kids in primary school cheating so easily?
Literally.
Like, I cheated in primary school. I don't feel bad about it because it was kids. Aw. I got cheated on in primary school as well, though, so I guess it worked out.
Yeah, no, it worked both ways.
It was karma. No, wait, it was revenge because it was the other way around. Science.
I didn't go out with anyone.
Date that much in primary.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You said the same thing.
No, I had this like, huge crush on this one guy, and I wouldn't date anyone.
I had stages of crushes, but I never went out with people.
No, I was.
Why?
I was obsessed with this one boy, and he's actually let me use his first name. His name was Louis, right? Obviously his name is still Louis. He's not dead.
Thank God.
I was obsessed. I remember the first day he walked into class. He was a new student. He comes in the year below, even though he's like 3 months younger than me. Doesn't really make any sense. But he walked in, it was like slow motion, rom-com, I was in love.
Aww.
No, it got so bad. It got to the point where I had this love heart-shaped pillow. And I had a drawing that I'd done of him in it. I used to fall asleep with that. And then everything had like built up to this one prom. It was the first prom that my school had had. Like we'd had discos, but it was the first year they called it a prom. So it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And everything had built up. I was in year 5, he was in year 4. And I was like, oh my God, do you think he would ask me? And like, I spent weeks looking for a dress, practicing hairstyles with my mum. Of course, my mum knew I was obsessed with this boy. And it comes down to the evening, and I'm so ready. I'm dancing with my friends. I'm spending the night with him. We're talking. He asks me to dance. And what do? I run away.
Self-sabotage at its finest.
This poor year 4 boy plucked up the courage to ask me to dance. And I sprinted out of the hall.
Why?
Oh, Robyn, no.
I think I told him I loved him after. I think.
Mixed messages. Mixed messages much, Robyn.
What can I say? I'm a mysterious girl.
No, I think you're confused.
You're not mysterious, you're confused. Oh my God.
Mysterious girl.
He was pretty wounded. He told me about 9 years later that he was pretty wounded.
Oh my God.
I would be. Sweet.
I feel so bad.
Amber, any primary school horror love stories?
Dear God. Okay. So there was this boy, and his name was Kai, and I didn't date anyone in primary school. It's fine. I have not spoke to him since year 3, and I don't know where he is. So I doubt he will hear this. But if he listens to this, hello.
Reunited.
We kind of fancied each other, but it was never really a thing. And then he bought me this little locket. It was a little silver love heart, and it was really cute. And then I swallowed it by accident.
No, I have a story like that.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse. I swallowed it by accident and had to go to A&E. I was fine. I was cool. I shat it out. Everything was good. But I was too embarrassed to tell him what I did. So I was like, oh my God, I must have lost it. And I'm pretty sure he went for me.
He did what?
I'm pretty sure he went looking for it for me.
No.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Amber, I have a story that's similar.
Oh God.
Basically, the girl who asked me out in my year 6 prom, like a couple months before, because we were like really good friends, she gave me a ring that was her sister's. I went home and I was laying in bed, and while like I was looking at the ring, it dropped in my mouth and I swallowed it. And that's how I found out I didn't have a gag reflex. Because I was meant to give it back the next day, and I just never gave it back because he swallowed it.
Did she bring it up?
No.
Wait, did it exit your body?
Oh, we don't know. Probably. Should have found out.
It is there to this day.
Folklore says they're still looking for it.
Go for an X-ray one day and they'll be like, what is this ring doing in your stomach? I'm sorry.
He finds her years later. Like, do you remember this ring? It's been in my digestives for about 17.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I also had, you know the whole, like, somebody does some one nice thing for you when you're in love with them. I had that in primary school. There was this one boy who was in my class, and he was talking to me, and the teacher told me off, and he goes, no, sorry, that was my bad. And that was it for me. In love.
That's so romantic.
I fall in love now.
Like,
I still would.
I'm in love with you now.
And I'm
That's
like,
how that works.
Literally, like a guy can open a door and I'm like, did we just get married?
A gentleman. Oh my God. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I know you're not, but that makes you sound like a lesbian. Like first date, moving in.
Grab the U-Haul, we're going.
I mean, that was me and so many people. They would do one nice thing, I'd be like, oh my god, my husband.
You saying husband does not sound correct.
That didn't feel right.
I am still technically bisexual, but it's men are on thin ice right now.
Tell me about it.
I mean, the person who I'm convinced was my soulmate possibly was a man, so that's sad. But like every other crush I've had has been. We should give him a code name.
Illegal.
Sweeney. Sweeney. Yeah, it's Sweeney.
I know who it is now, just from Amber's.
That was the same thing that you were talking about, though. Like, one nice thing. Like, he did a few nice things, and I was like, oh my god, we're in love.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so
It's just
sad.
me, but no man has ever done a nice thing for me. So,
That's a good turn.
aspect.
No, see, the thing that I've found is that they'll do nice things to trick you into thinking they're nice people, and then they're
I mean, that applies to almost all of your relationships. That's really...
all of them, not almost.
all turned out to be snakes.
I'm just so
Oh no,
lucky.
this is the thing. This plays into, you know, the book trope of the really, really mean person that has a soft spot for you.
Mr. Darcy grew up reading Jane Austen thinking, right, Mr. Darcy is like this cocky, arrogant asshole, you know, I'm going to meet him and I'm going to be like, I'm going to fall in love and I'm going to change him. And I had that mentality with every single one of my boyfriends and it did not go well.
Yeah, but wasn't Mr. Darcy also supposed to be, like, at least a little bit attractive?
Darcy was fucking fit.
Oh,
So that's not...
Yeah, I know almost all the guys you've dated, and they're not really Mr. Darcy types.
Aaliyah, Sweeney.
I'm a hypocrite. I'll accept that. But I have said it on this podcast. Not attractive person.
Yeah,
Not an attractive person.
But he's one of those people...
On the inside, actually, even his insides are a bit questionable. My taste. I don't
That
remember.
sounds like you're a cannibal. That sounds like you've eaten him and are like, tasted a bit off.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Eat a part of him.
Dan, how did you have a gag reflex again?
I was about to make her eat something else joke, and I was like, no.
His kids.
Although his mouth is like disproportionately large, so maybe. Sorry.
Rewind. Can I just point this out? Is that technically cannibalism?
Yes. Technically, we're all
Army
cannibals. One of my... he's really fit, though. Like, if he wants to eat me, he could. Like, I'm not mad at that.
I hope you mean sexually, and not like an actual dinner.
No, I think he means like
Both.
chomp.
Have you guys seen?
I mean-
seen the whole the construction site conspiracy thing?
No.
No.
I saw this on Twitter, and it is pure speculation at the moment. But his publicist dropped him, and this is after the whole cannibal thing and all of those DMs. So it must be a big deal because it's their job to deal with this. And then I can't remember. I think it was some like indie news thing. Comes out and says that the construction site that Army Hammer worked on for 6 months in the summer, which he doesn't need to do. Why?
I have to say.
15 minutes away, 3 dead bodies have been found.
I saw that, actually.
To quote Legend Cardi B.
That's suspicious.
That's weird.
Also,
That's weird. And you want to know what else is funny?
apparently his family have a history of like abuse and violence, and some serial killer traits are like genetic. So there's a strong chance that Army Hammer is I don't know.
I love how this episode was crushes and love, and now we're like cannibalism.
I find him attractive. Not because he's a cannibal. Not because he's a cannibal, but I find him attractive.
You can find his face attractive, but not approve.
Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
I
I don't
don't
think
really
it's
cannibalism,
actually,
guys.
but if I was in that position where I could sleep with him and then he would like do like knife play and like bite me and shit.
Dan.
like kind
I mean,
eat you.
you've already gone through phases of not wanting to live. I mean, if you're gonna have to die, might as well get eaten by the person you fight.
Imagine being absolutely like smashed and like railed and then served on a dinner plate. Just saying.
I'm just thinking about Katy Perry's Bon Appetit music video now.
How much have you guys had?
I don't want that. To be fair, I wouldn't put it past Sweeney.
Does he have blue eyes?
Who?
Army Hammer?
Yeah.
I think so.
I
I'll
don't
look
He
it up.
does, and that explains so much. I have such a thing for blue eyes. Like, it's actually...
Oh, well, I'm just offended now.
He does have blue eyes.
pretty eyes. Like, I don't
I don't like my eyes.
but I want to look in them.
No, see, I can
I don't like my
I have
eyes.
crushes on people with blue, like, brown eyes. But every single one of my, like, ex-boyfriends or proper crushes, like, to the point where I'm like, oh my god,
Sewing their name into a pillow.
have... or having their picture drawn in my pillow. They all have blue eyes. Louis has blue eyes. And it's like, that
That's
makes
it.
so much sense.
You know who else like blue eyes? Hitler.
Oh my god!
He just don't.
Very
Is he?
race thing.
Yeah, Dad, you don't know this. Blondes with blue eyes.
I didn't know he had blue eyes.
No, he did.
No, he has a thing for blue eyes.
Ironic. He had brown eyes and brown
No,
hair.
he actually had.
He was,
No,
like,
he had
very
blue eyes.
Also, the president before him hated his guts because he wasn't a true German because he was from Austria. Fun fact.
Love that. Anyway, crushes.
Blue eyes.
I know this because I did history GCSE, not because I know a lot about Hitler. I'm just going to say that now.
Sure,
I did
Amber.
GCSE history. No, because part of my course was how Hitler rose to power.
Oh. But yeah, well, we've covered primary school now, I guess.
Oh, how did we get How did we
Did I tell you guys about the my cheating story?
What was your cheating?
Wait. So much is happening. No.
Sorry. Okay, so this was like year 1, I think, and I was dating, in quotes, this person, and one of my friends, we were in the toilets, like, washing our hands, we just happened to be there at the same time, and she was like, I've got a boyfriend, and I was like, me too, and then she told me his name, and I was like, that's my boyfriend?
No.
Yeah, so then we, like, dramatically went up to him and were like, we dump your ass, like, they did like Stranger Things, like, really dramatic, and then I dated him again in year 4, I think, and I only dated him because he got me gifts. I was such a gold digger. But I literally said to my mum, I came home, he got me this purse full of chocolates and like a teddy bear for Valentine's Day and stuff. And my mum was like, oh, that's really cute of him. And I was like, yeah, but he's really annoying. I really didn't like him. And then I dumped him to date the guy who cheated on me in year 1, who was his best friend.
You're doing great.
So, and you know what's sad? That's about as interesting as my love life's ever been.
No.
It's just dead from there.
Have we all been cheating on in here?
Think so, technically.
Amber's shaking her head. Have you not been cheating?
But Abby, this is your first relationship, isn't it? The one you're in right now?
Yeah, my
Aw.
moment is the first person I've ever dated. So
How long have you
I've never dated somebody.
If he cheats on you, I'll hurt him. Please let him know that.
How long have you been dating?
together?
A year and 5 months.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I've never gone months.
Robyn, you sound like an old. I can imagine like an old lady smoking. I was like, I'm in love, and you're like, yeah, we all were.
Your most relationship was like a week.
Wow, really deep, meaningful.
I got lucky.
I know.
I found a really I got really lucky first time. It's like I started winning the scratch card. I'm like, hell yeah.
No, it's not as first time.
No, that's cute. That's
Daddy, have you ever had a proper relationship?
No.
Oh, we're together in that way.
No, I feel like it's very different for the gay community because, like, I feel like straight boys, they're all right putting effort in because, like, you know, the end goal ultimately is sex. That's what they want, but they don't mind putting effort in and doing like the talking shit. The gay community is very much straight to the point. That's what they want. They get it, you know.
yeah.
I mean, can you call it talking though? Because some of the some of the chat I've had before, I'm like, oh dear God.
Some of the chat, it's not talking, it's just emojis, and I'm like, love.
Yeah. Or they immediately go in for the kill and they're like, I think you're really fit. And that's about it. And I'm like, okay, do you have a personality to go along with your penis? Or did that was it one thing, one or the other? Because I'm like, I would like a little bit of personality. I'd be scared to give them a blowjob. You'd suck it out of them.
It's the new lockdown, like, pick-up lines for me. So it's like things like, oh, how's lockdown treating you? And I already know where it's going to go. And I'm like, it's not treating me to you, so can you move on, please?
The thing is, I don't want the truth, though. If somebody asked you that and you just went, oh yeah, I'm really depressed and a bunch of my family members have died, they don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear that you're horny.
Yeah.
And that's the sad reality of it.
What are you wearing? Like, what are you doing? And it's like 11 o'clock,
joggers
and I'm like, what do you think I'm
wearing
going to be doing? Fishing? Like...
They're fishing for compliments.
No, they know I'm in bed. They know I know, but they know I'm in bed. So rather than doing all that...
Am I the only person who gets secondhand embarrassment from that, though?
Yeah.
Like, we know what's going on here. Let's not pretend that you're interested in my personality.
I'm embarrassed for them. Like,
My favourite thing is when you're, like, talking to them, and then you kind of, like, the conversation ends, and then 5 minutes later, they're like, what are you doing? Like, in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Gives me the ick.
like,
Or have you ever tried to leave and they're like,
yeah.
they just keep going, and you're like...
Take more than, like, 3 minutes to reply to them. They send you the little question marks. You're like, fuck off.
Oh, no, that's...
You'll add more and more and more. Like, it'll be like 1 question mark, and then you'll ignore them, and it'll be like 3 question marks.
It'll be like a little pyramid.
Multiplying.
Like, what are you trying to do here, mate? Are we in ancient Egypt? No. Fuck off.
That reminds me. Because I feel like a lot of people might relate to this, though, in, like, the gay community. I had Grindr when I was 16, which is illegal. And
I mean...
because I was, like, poor, I put my Cash App in my bio, and this, like, old, gross guy kept messaging me, and I just didn't answer. I didn't open them. And then he was like, get a job. Because I didn't answer for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Every single day he would message me for 3 weeks. And then, like, the final day he was like, go to the dole office or get a job. I was like...
Sorry, 3 weeks of harassment and you didn't block him for your own safety?
Bitter.
Bitter.
Not you, he's bitter.
No, I'm very bitter too.
Aren't we all, really? Oh, God.
I said it to my mum once. I went, Mum, your bitter's showing. And now she says it to me all the time. And I didn't realise how bitter I am. But I'm so bitter.
No, that's got me an idea. So, this episode ultimately is about, like, love and, like, crushes and, like, bad relationships. But it was Valentine's Day 2 days ago. And what I noticed most was there's, like, the couples that did the, like, oh, I love you, happy Valentine's Day post, which is fine. You know, it's fine. And then you had, like, the very, very single people that are like, Valentine's Day, disgusted me. And then you had the gross relationships where, like, everyone's fucking jealous of us. Like, oh, like, stop being jealous. Your jealousy is showing.
Yeah.
Like, let everyone be happy. And then putting, like, 400 posts to their crusty, dusty relationship and, like... Every straight couple had those posts where they were both in bed, and you know they've definitely just had sex, and as soon as they finished, got Snapchat on and taken a selfie.
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
Why do they do
Which
that?
tells me they're not doing very kinky sex. Because if you're having kinky sex, you do aftercare before you take selfies.
Like,
Literally.
like, I should not be able to walk or move. Like, I'm not going to be Snapchatting. Clearly not very...
Okay, honey, I've seen your boyfriends. I promise you, none of them were good enough so you couldn't walk. I promise you that.
They do not have the facility.
You ain't got the facilities for that, big man.
Why do you think they didn't work out?
They don't have the stamina. I mean, I've said this many times. Whoever my first relationship is, I hope they have a high sex drive. Because they've got 17 years of pent up still.
I need someone to be as horny as me all the time, because I will be horny 24/7. Like,
and never when it's convenient. Never when I'm in bed and have hours to spare.
when I'm
It's always like I'm in the middle of a class.
when I'm like alone, I'll be like, this would be a good time, but it's not happening.
No, that's what.
No, but then when I'm at a family dinner.
You know when you have like those periods of hypersexuality where like you'll be in like class and then suddenly it will hit in. I always got really scared that people, like, I was so scared of people being able to read my mind because I'd make scenarios of like 20 boys in my class to
Me
watch.
too.
Yeah, it's so emotional.
I just sit there and like, think of anything else. James Bond, macaroni, fish,
Fish. Very sexy, Amber Fish.
No,
all of them,
anything else to distract myself so no one can read my mind.
Yeah.
all of them would like disgust me. If in like a normal stage, I would not approach any of them. Like if anyone talked to me, I'd be like, cough, like gross. But there'd be those stages like during history where I'd just get really, really like, you know, and then I'd start imagining scenarios, and then I'd have to be like, shit, fuck, now I can't walk out the classroom.
Yeah. I'd always do history as well. I think it was probably because my hot history teacher. But like, it was always history. I don't know why.
We went to the same school. What teacher? None of them.
I know which one.
With names.
Oh yeah, no names. No names.
No.
Like, probably not a good idea.
No.
Oh, I just said it was history as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh well, there's multiple history teachers. Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have things where you like you've just watched like a porn, you've read something like fanfic or something, and you read it and like you're done, and then you read it again, you're like, I am disgusting.
Disgusting.
Like who hurt me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who hurt me as a child?
It's when you're on like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you've gone through like 10 pages of and then and you realise the video you finished on, you're like, what is wrong with my brain?
Literally. Or like, did I tell you guys about this weird friendship I had? Because I had a lot of weird scenarios with straight girls that would just weirdly have a sexual energy with me. It's very weird, but they were like never gay, you know, like they weren't into it. But one of them, it started off as, I was like, well, let's write a book together, you know, because I thought it'd be fun. This like year 6 or something like that, like we were young. Like maybe year 7, and I was like, and she was like, yeah, let's do that. So we started like planning it and stuff. And one of the characters was very much modelled after her. It was basically her with a different name, and she was a vampire. Okay, and she had this werewolf boyfriend in it, and it got to the point that it was essentially me just writing like very kinky fan fiction for her. Like she stopped writing chapters. We used to do one chapter like back and forth. She stopped writing them, but she kept asking me what she wanted. And it got to, and I got really uncomfortable because it started getting really like violent and like torture stuff. And I was like,
Hang on,
yeah, like year 6 or 7. Yeah.
What happened to her? Is she
What happened to our generation to be this fucked up? Honestly,
The internet.
I wasn't fucked up in primary school. I was so normal. I didn't even know what 69 meant until I got into year 8. And so
Did you ever have that? Boys trying to tell you things.
they wrote it on the calculator and they were laughing, and I was like, it's a number. I was so confused. And like my friend Hannah, she literally had to explain it to me like several times for it to get into my head, and I was like, oh.
And then once it got in there, it never left.
Yeah, 100% never left.
Oh, now I'm thinking about this thing a guy said recently.
Oh no.
Phil.
This guy, you guys know about this, but this guy was talking to me, and it was like weird sexual energy, considering he's older than me and has a girlfriend. And at one point, he was like, I really want to. I wonder what 69ing with a short girl would be like. And I was like, bearing in mind he's 6 foot something and I'm 5'2", and I was like, okay, it's a weird thing to say. You're implying some things there, mate. I was just like, yeah, I wonder, like just trying to not make it sexual anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Oh, we should tag you. Are we doing tag yourself? We always forget it. We always forget. Every single time.
Was that the guy I had to pretend to be your girlfriend for?
Yeah, it was. And Amber, being the best friend and sweetheart she is, was like, okay, send this to him, and just send a picture of, do you want to be my girlfriend? It was so cute.
I'm trying to think of a way out of this situation. I was like, just say you're a lesbian. It's close enough. I'll pretend to be your
It's
girlfriend.
not a lie, is it?
No, it's honestly not a lie.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, we were going to do it in age stages. We didn't, I guess we're in secondary school now, so like older people. So let's say like 14 up. Do we have any interesting stories?
I will say I've never had a crush on a teacher. Which, considering who I am, a bit odd. But I've never
I had
feel like you
crushes in primary school. I was just...
Primary school?
In primary school.
To be fair, I did as well, but he turned out to be gay.
Oh no, my primary school teachers were so good.
Oh
And then
no!
I went to
Wait,
secondary
we went
school and
to
they...
the same primary school.
Oh yeah! He knows who I know.
It was him.
The one who left and then was like...
He didn't like. He hated me.
He loved me.
He hated. I think he was just like jealous. Anyway, there's a photo.
He recognised the gay in you.
There's a photo of my you know when we did those year photos, he's in one and he's got a wet patch in his trousers, like in that area.
I really hope that's water. I really hope he just spilled some water.
Imagine
Although
if
that was a
just
teacher.
for a picture. Especially when you're with a bunch of primary school children.
I don't know what would be worse, peeing himself or the other thing? Like,
The other thing.
Peeing is better.
Exactly.
Because that's nothing to do with kids.
The other thing.
Because that's just an unfortunate moment. Maybe he has a weak bladder, Robyn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Although there was a teacher at school we used to call Mr. Boner. He was a geography substitute, and almost every single time we had him, he had a boner. And we were like, this feels illegal?
Still primary school, is it?
No, this is secondary school. This is like year 10. That's still illegal, but...
I think I know who you mean.
Yeah, Dan knows who that is. Mr. Boner, one icon. He was a prick as well. He hated us.
Weirdo. Which fry are you? Are you ready?
Oh yeah, tag yourself, right. I'll get the meme up quickly, because I need to see it.
I want to do it. Are we
Oh, I'm
ready?
not reading it, I just want to look at it.
Okay. Are you...
Isn't it Amber's turn?
No,
Oh,
I want to do it.
Is it my turn? I can't. Where are we looking?
the fries one. With fries.
Hang on. I'm gonna go find it.
I already know which one Amber is.
Okay.
That's so
If
easy.
my phone would like to load,
Are
I
you?
already know which one I am.
Right.
Okay, so we've got
You suck at
curly
maths?
fries. Sucks at maths,
Oh.
is allergic to everything, forged their entire resume. Wait, are you doing it?
You can do it, Han.
Sorry.
No, Amber, it's your turn.
Sorry. Crinkle, loves the sound of the ocean, has fake nails and only eats shit food. Sweet potato, drinks too much coffee, lies about being hungover, and collects weird things. Steak fries? Okay. Always has crumpled cash in their wallet, cannot keep a plant alive, and relies on being a feminist. You've got the McDonald's ones, loves small objects, doesn't wear colours, and puts too much effort into relationships. And then you've got Waffle, blasts the AC even during winter, watches conspiracy videos, never knows what time it is. I'm just going to say it now. I'm curly purely for the
Yes.
Because
You're curly.
God.
Dan is sweet. Dan's sweet potato.
I don't think I'm sweet potato.
Oh, come on.
I don't drink coffee. I don't lie about being
You have Monster. That's similar.
I think
Like, yeah, I'm a mixture of McDonald's and Waffle. Because, like, I
No,
collect
I
like
think so.
things. I don't wear... I wear black, like, 10% of the time. And I put too much effort into, like, relationships and friendship terms. And I do blast the AC in winter because it's fucking freezing. And I watch conspiracy theories, and I need to actually have my phone charged in order to know what time it is. But we do the thing
yeah.
where we have a group one as well. So we need to figure out which the group
yeah.
is.
Well, Robyn, which one do you think you are? Because you're joining us, you get to do tag yourself this week.
I don't know, because I looked and I feel like I'm a mixture of steak and McDonald's.
Yeah, I can see that.
The one for all of us is McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
I put way too much
Well,
effort into relationships.
Yeah, that's the only bit I relate on.
Yeah.
It's the last
I'm
one.
an amazing
If
girl.
you couldn't
I'm
tell
putting it out
from
there
the
in case
pillow
anyone's
story.
listening and anyone's interested.
She is a dedicated girlfriend.
Romantic.
I am. I'm so good.
Am I curly then?
of Mr. Darcy in your bedroom just says it all.
That's true. She's a hopeless romantic. She's great. You can't see, but she's very beautiful. Any guys out there, hit her up. Just know that if you hurt her, you'll have to go through me, and I might try too, but I pack a punch.
She'll bite you. She's not joking.
No, that sounds sexy.
Oh, no.
Like, no thanks.
No, anyway.
I'll bite you in a way that hurts. Oh, actually, some people have pen kink.
True.
There's kinks for everything.
Do you
Just
reckon-
beat him up.
Right.
It's fine.
There's kinks for everything, and yet I'm still single. Nobody has a kink for this. So,
You know how you can bite your fingers off if you try it hard enough, but your brain stops you?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you reckon
Bite
you
dick
can
off
do that with a... You know...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penis?
100%.
Not
Probably.
a bite, but like,
It's
I'm
not bite.
curious.
It's
If
not
you
fun.
piss me off enough.
Army Hammer, hit me up. Let's test that theory.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Let's not promote cannibalism.
I was going to play about cannibalism. Sorry.
What play?
I was, though. Yeah, at school.
Oh, God.
No, it was at school. It was part of the Connections project, where young playwrights will write plays for like secondary school older kids to do, and then you get through to a bunch of rounds. But my school have never gotten past the first round. But we did one called Flesh, and it was these kids got put on an island. Yeah, do you remember this? Yeah, because that's how. Well, we're not going to get into that. Not enough time. But yeah, in the show, they end up eating one of the people, and then another girl dies.
And beat the teacher.
Yeah, they've been on this island. They have amnesia. They don't realize where they are, and the government's doing an experimental drug test on this island. So they're like fucked, and they don't recognize their teacher, but they're all wearing different colors because they were going to play like a game of tag or something like that, and the teacher's wearing yellow, so they're like, well, we've got red and green, we don't have yellow, so let's eat her. And they eat her, and then a bunch of things happen, and they accuse us of trying to... It's a whole mess, and none of us knew our lines very well, so it was even messier.
No, but it didn't seem like that. Like, it seemed like you knew what you were doing. It was pretty good.
Thank you. Meatloaf.
About drama performances in school, right? First of all, there's always romance shit. There is always tea to do with drama performances. Also, they're always so dark.
Yeah.
What? We're like 15? Cannibalism, murder.
I mean, my GCSE devised was about child abuse through time. So, it gets dark.
Ours was like a lesbian relationship, but it was really abusive, and then she dies at the end.
Oh.
Like, one of them kills the other one and then kills herself.
I saw
I
it.
was excited.
Like, oh my god, goals.
Yeah, I was like, yay, lesbians, let me join. And then it was like, and then she kills herself. Oh.
It wasn't supposed to be that at all. It was going to be like a Christmas Carol situation, and our drama teacher sat us down and was like, no, this is the plot of your new performance, you're lesbians now. And we were like, okay.
We're lesbians now.
That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Why does every drama performance
That's weird.
have
No, it was.
It's always death. Always death.
Always the character who dies, and it's like either suicide or they get murdered.
Yeah, I had to beat my crush with a cane, and I accidentally actually hit him. And I never forgave myself for it.
Wait, who? Oh, no.
I'll tell you after we're done recording. Because I don't want to expose this person.
Do I know this?
Yeah, you would have because you saw it. But yeah, in the actual thing, I accidentally actually hit him. And I was like, oh no. And he loved my family. Thing is, he really thought my family were great. He always just talked to me about my family. So when he came over to my house and actually met them for the first time, he brought it up, and I was like, no, let's not remember that. I hope he liked it.
Bless him.
At least if he had a kink for it, it would work out for me. I would have given him something.
War drama, but we did like an exercise where we had to choose what we did, and I was in a group with my friends, and we decided to do police brutality, in which while everyone was doing like other things, we were chasing each other down around the room, knocking each other to the floor and absolutely kicking the shit out of each other.
2020, is that you?
Literally.
Oh my god.
That's not
I sound like-
It was such an accurate like representation of police brutality though, because it was me and this other boy who's like literally would be a dictator if he could, and we were chasing this like smaller guy around the room and knocked him down and kicked him, and we fully kicked, and we got told off and sent out the room, as we should have.
I hope you did.
I don't regret it.
We don't tolerate bullying.
I think this was around year 9.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Jeez.
Actually, I say that, I was into dark shit at that point in my life. It's weird.
Why did you really have like a I want to watch the world burn phase in year 9? What the fuck was that about?
Oh yeah, I hated everyone.
Why did we all do that?
Except my crush at the time. I hated everyone except for him. And then he told me what glory holes were, and I just pretended to know what a glory hole was, and I didn't at the time. So our whole first conversation was about glory holes, and I had no idea what it was, so I just was like, haha, glory holes!
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember what glory holes is.
It's when there's a hole, and there's some sort of penetrative
penis through.
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to remember when I found out what soggy biscuit was, and I wanted to off myself.
What's soggy biscuit?
No.
I want to know.
You get a cracker, and then the guy does that and goes on the cracker, and then you eat the cracker.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's kind of
All
tame.
of them do it, and whoever goes last has to eat it.
Yeah, no, I swear, like a guy stood in a circle, and then like whoever finished last had to eat it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought
that's
that-
payback for all the girls who have to swallow it. You might as well know what you taste like.
I mean, literally.
Plus, it's a good test to see if you're well. Like, if it comes out wrong or something, like,
No,
I don't know,
but
John.
imagine if there was like some really gross, greasy guy who like didn't wash, and then because I don't know if and then there was like
Gross.
clumps
This is
of
food.
fish.
No.
This is why I like women. They clean themselves regularly. That's what I like.
No.
I'm really glad I'm not a boy, because not only would that be gross, but the biscuit would kill me. I'm allergic.
I saw this thing about digestives. Do you know why they're called digestives?
Why?
Why?
So I always thought like I got diarrhea from them because of I'm allergic to milk. No, they have laxatives in. Apparently,
Thank
they
God I'm
make
celiac.
Surely
You're not going to catch me shitting myself today.
no, because I think that was why they were originally made in order to like aid the digestive system.
I want to know which person was like, these taste really good. We should make them.
No.
Robyn won't accept it. Is it time for highlights?
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
time
we've
for highlights.
passed the half an hour mark.
Definitely,
Oh,
definitely. We always
We're almost
do.
at 50.
Oh, jeez. Well, Robyn, since you're our special guest, what was your highlight of the episode?
I feel like it was the crush stories. I'm so happy to know that my childhood wasn't the most fucked up.
Definitely not. Amber, what about you?
Probably the same, but also Aliyah hitting someone with a cane, because that's like, oh.
I mean, Robyn here saw it live. Lucky.
I'm trying to...
Not wrong. I mean, he's such a sweetheart, I would have talked to him. Anyway, Dan, what was your favorite? What was your highlight?
I think my highlight was the fact that both me and Amber got a piece of jewellery from someone and then swallowed it.
Oh my god. I forgot that.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
Feel
Oh.
really good.
Digestives for that.
Full circle. I don't think everything. This was a really great one, I think, because we had some solid stories. Probably the comments I've made about Robyn's previous boyfriends. Because the thing is, they might see this. There's a small chance.
One of them we both share, so you can't say anything.
That's true. That was a mistake on my half. I should have seen it.
If you're listening to this, you can go fuck yourself.
And to all of everyone who's ever screwed us over, middle fingers. Flipping the
I
bird.
also love how we started this with primary school stories, and we ended up somehow talking about Hitler's rise to power halfway through.
And cannibalism.
Cannibalism and Hitler.
And dodgy teachers.
Yeah.
God, well, are we just about ready to do the outro? Yeah. Well, we need to be outro first, so... But that's it, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for...
Bye, Bryce.
Bye.
Bye.
What's something fun to talk about?
Boobs.
Here to talk and we're here to chat.
Would you adopt me?
Here to have fun, here to have a laugh.
What just came out your mouth?
Probably won't go quite as planned,
Literally where my brain went.
but we're about to get frickin' zazzed.
Fucking zazzed.
What's something